Alexa Lavoie, Kat Krasnowski, Nat Biazzi. Welcome to the Rebel News Daily live stream, which airs every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time on YouTube, Rumble, Getter, Odyssey. But we really want to convert y'all to Rumble because that's where we get a lot of our chats, which we're going to be reading throughout the show. So please send us in your chats. We're going to read them live on the air, and we appreciate all of your donations.
And we can be more honest on Rumble.
Yeah.
Because they don't censor us.
It's true. It's nice not getting censored.
Yeah.
So, Alexa, tell us what's going on.
Oh, my God. It's hot. It's why I have, like, my ventilator now. It's just like I look like I have the hair in the wind, but now
you
it's
look like a beautiful
supermodel.
mermaid as usual.
No, it's just the ventilator. There, it's not magical.
She's a unicorn. It's freezing in the studio.
Yeah, it's really cold.
So I
in
am
here.
frozen, but it's hot as well here.
We are starting to sweat though. So
yeah, we're sweaty
we'll
and
heat
cold,
up.
so it's fun. We're having a good time.
Yeah.
I think I
There are
prefer
smells.
where I'm.
Yeah, no splash zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're where the
First
bugs
three
are.
audience members will get wet.
Everybody's left.
Yeah.
All right. So we have a lot of interesting things to talk about today.
yeah.
Should we just jump into our first story? What do we got? What do you guys want to talk about first?
Let's talk about Doug Ford spending, well, he's on track to spend more than former Liberal Premier Kathleen Wynne.
Which is interesting because when he was running, they frequently criticized the Liberal government spending, and now they're basically doing exactly what they didn't want to do.
Yeah. So, and the article makes a point to mention that even when you adjust for inflation, Doug Ford is still on track to spend more than Kathleen Wynne, which is just funny. And my note was maybe it's because when the Liberals are in power, they always have the Conservatives being like, you're spending too much, you're spending too much. But when the Conservatives are in power, they only have the NDP and the Liberals who are love spending, so there's no one to really
hold them to account.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's my theory.
But Doug Ford promised to cut spending and balance the budget. So it's
a politician breaking a promise?
Yeah, it's just
crazy.
We can't trust these people.
No.
But unfortunately, if you look at all the without appeal contract that they gave to everybody, you find out that they spend more than we think.
Yeah. It's so true. And then you're like, well, maybe this is why the cost of living is so high, because our government is just spending like it's their day job.
I'm not an economist, but sure.
Yeah.
Fact.
Debunked. It's been debunked.
But it's funny because we keep seeing people. I mean, I go on Reddit, and Reddit is just a bunch of liberal people. But I keep seeing people talk about how Doug Ford is cutting so many jobs in the healthcare system specifically. And yet he's on track. What is he spending it on? I didn't read the entire article because we were strapped for time.
Yeah, Ontario
does it say?
But Ontario doesn't seem like it's improving. Are they spending more money on infrastructure? Are they, helping out the homeless?
No.
What is it? Because you're right, I'm not seeing the fruits of their spending.
Yeah. And if Liberals are upset that healthcare is going down the tubes, it's so where's the money going, Dougie?
Yeah.
Dougie.
Good question.
Hopefully it's not going towards cheesecakes.
Yeah. It's probably going towards that insect factory that they built.
The bugs.
The bugs in London.
Well, that's
So
right.
you need to know, in Quebec City, okay, we have a bridge. But because if you've never been to Quebec, you need to understand that you have the south and the north, and they separate by a bridge. And we have two bridges. One have 200 years, and the other one have 50 years, okay? And so they find out, because of a whistleblower, they find out that the bridge is actually really dangerous and can collapse if it's not repaired.
Oh, goodness.
And so our premier went out to say, no, the bridge is safe at the moment. And now we find out that a contract without appeal again of $8 million have been given to replace all the cable, how many cable? I think it's 25 cable. 25 cable. That's a lot in the bridge.
Oh my goodness. So
Yeah.
the government does not care about us, our safety and
This
well-being.
just in.
Breaking
Yeah.
news.
Government unaccountable.
Abort government.
Yes.
That's my solution to
Yes.
that.
We do. We should like have like. Do we have a shirt of
We
abort
do.
government?
Yes,
we
In
do.
the misunderstood shirt.
Yeah, so go to
shirt.
misunderstoodmerch.com,
Yeah.
y'all. And right
Yeah.
now, if you buy 2 unisex shirts, you get 1 free using the code SUMMER at checkout. But you need all 3 shirts in your cart to get the promo code to work.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
add all 3 to your
That's a
cart.
good tip.
Use code SUMMER and buy our abort government shirt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or the
yeah,
beautiful
I think-
Assume My Gender shirt.
Yes, that one's a good one. And we
Or-
have a climate one.
We have a climate one that says the only climate crisis is how hot I am.
Yeah.
Oh,
And we
that
have-
one is for Catherine.
It is. Yes. And we also have one with the original definition of a female.
Yes.
Which has recently been changed. So it's actually like
It's vintage.
a collector's item.
It's basically like vintage.
Yeah.
So head over to misunderstoodmerch.com and buy your merch today.
Twitter.
All right. Should we move on to more exciting things?
And by
Oh.
exciting, you mean
Tragic.
More
Tragic.
than I was like more than Doug Ford. Everything is more exciting.
That's a good point. That's a great point.
So here, most people will probably have heard about this yesterday. It was all over the news. Brittney Griner.
Griner.
She has been sentenced to 9 years in Russian prison for smuggling marijuana or narcotics. Basically, this article is about how people are upset that Biden lacked leverage in the negotiation to get her back to the USA. They wanted to exchange her and another inmate or prisoner
Right.
for one Russian guy who's like an
like a
arms
murderer or
dealer. Yeah,
something,
he's like a
right?
bad
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
But Russia decided not to.
It's fair.
Yeah, I've heard different things, and I don't know which one's true. Either he only had a year left on his sentence, but also I read that he had a 25-year sentence. So either way, Russia's like, nah,
We good.
we good. We have other arms dealers.
We have Brittany now.
Yeah, so they're keeping her, and it's interesting because I did like a really short timeline of her detainment. But so in February of 2022, she was detained and charged with smuggling, and then 7 days after that, Russia invaded Ukraine. So it's potentially arguable that had they not been on the brink of war, maybe they would have been like, whatever, like we'll
let it
detain her
slide.
for a little
Yeah.
while and then we'll let her go. But this is like a huge bargaining chip now that Russia has, and apparently she's like a really famous female basketball player.
I didn't know female athletes could be famous.
I did not either.
Other than Leah Thomas.
Yeah.
she got 9 years. When we look at some of the pedophile or
Yeah.
people who rape or do sexual assault get way less than that.
Yeah. But it's Russia, right? So we don't
Yeah.
know how,
Uh,
like, I don't know how their legal
it's
system works.
Russia.
It's probably
Yeah.
a bit brutal.
It's probably a bit brutal.
Probably not all peaches and cream. But I do think, like, when you're going to another country, you should respect the laws of that country. I mean, you travel all over the world, Alexa. Like,
Yeah.
you know that you should be obedient to their laws. Like,
But
So-
I don't know if you remember, but the two, I think it was 2 Quebecer young girls that went to Australia with drugs, and they were arrested for a long time. And I would like when they like Australia take the drugs really seriously to compare to other country where. Like if you get caught in Colombia, I don't think that you will have like a huge sentence for
Here.
drugs.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
Yeah. When I was like,
Yeah.
I was in high school and I went to Turkey. And before I left, my dad was like, don't be bringing any of those marijuana cigarettes. And I was like, I won't. I'd
But
still
you
be in
did.
prison.
No, just
but I did. No, I did not.
She obeys the law.
I
This one.
do. Yeah. It's brutal
No,
and it's
but-
sad. But
now, like, Justin Trudeau will all legalize, like, everything. So now here, like, just come here, huh? If
Yeah.
you want to do something with the drugs.
So next week, live on the air, we'll be doing meth. Just kidding. Can I say that? Probably not.
bugs on my skin.
Anyways, don't do drugs, folks, and don't
Yeah.
bring them to Russia.
Definitely
That's the
don't
moral
bring
of
them
the
to Russia.
story.
Yes, pretty much.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I think
And-
we nailed that.
Yeah, we nailed that.
Should we?
Oh, yeah.
Should we take another ad break?
Let's do an ad break.
Let's do an ad break.
Even
You
though
got
we
any-
just already did like an impromptu ad
Well,
break.
this is a great piggyback
geez.
onto our last ad break, y'all. Some more misunderstood merch, because you can't get enough
You
of us.
can't. You can't.
You can.
Here we are. And
Alexa can.
Alexa.
Well, I'm certainly sick of seeing that.
Yeah.
But the merch did look pretty good, you
It
guys.
looks pretty good.
Especially
And don't
that
forget,
sweater.
use summer.
Use code summer.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you don't want to keep seeing the ad, you should buy the shirts.
buy all of them, and then you'll never have to see the ad again. So perfect. I think we have our first chat too, so maybe we should read that already, you
nice.
guys. So this is from Noble Canadian. Thank you for your $40. Goodness gracious.
wow.
That's awesome. Thank you.
It's great that Sheila and Sarah are going to drop off the human rights complaint against Trudeau to the UN, and for the rebels, take part of this donation for whatever beverage cools you down. Oh, that's sweet.
I'm pretty
Thank
sure
you.
it all goes to TDF. Right.
No, she means her $40.
Oh, her $40.
That goes to keep the lights on. So
Yeah.
we really appreciate your generous donation. But yeah, it's very cool. And you can follow all of their coverage of the Geneva, Switzerland complaint trip at humanrightscomplaint.com. And you can also donate to offset the cost of their trip because it costs a lot of money to hire an amazing lawyer like Sarah Miller.
Yeah.
And it costs a lot of money to fly across the country randomly. I mean, across the world, sorry.
And all that money does go to TDF. Like anything you do, right?
No.
No. Oh, what?
That funds our trip.
Oh,
Yeah.
my bad, guys. My bad.
So go to humanrightscomplaint.com, read up about it. You can read the complaint
I
on
will
that
read
page.
up about it as well.
It's a 15-page complaint, and we're fighting for all of the Canadians who've been stomped on over the last 2 years by none other than Justin Trudeau, your favorite prime minister, I know.
And his fancy socks.
His fancy stuff.
Fancy.
Alrighty, let's move on to some hot stuff.
Yeah, hot stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know who Addison Rae is. I'm not going to lie. She's like a TikToker?
I think so.
She's some sort of...
Yeah, I think so.
She's like a TikToker. But she has been blasted for a blasphemous Christianity-themed bikini. So apparently this is a new line that Adidas has partnered with her or some other people to create this praying line. And it's basically just...
Blasphemous.
It's just blasphemy, the whole thing.
It's also just like not that nice for
It's
$100.
also not nice. It's so her...
Is it $100?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's literally just a bikini with the words Father, Son, and Holy Spirit on her nethers.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, again, like, where's the design? It's just shock value. It's not even, like, that's not even cute.
It's not cute. And it's just, it's so funny how, like, celebrities in the media are just so outright about their hatred and disrespect for Christianity. But, you know what? Joke's on you, Addison Rae, because one day every knee is going to bow and it's going to be yours. And hopefully you're not wearing that bikini.
Yeah.
Because it's not cute.
And we're like, do Islam next.
Like, imagine if it was any other religion.
Imagine.
And
like, you shouldn't do that.
No, you just shouldn't.
You shouldn't.
You should respect people's religions.
Yeah. It's just rude. If you're not Christian, that's cool. Do you. But why do you have to stomp on someone else's religion when you know you would never do that for other people's religions?
Yeah.
Because that would be so rude and you wouldn't do it.
Don't disrespect God. It's
Yeah.
a big person to disrespect.
Yeah, but also it's like, why do people do this kind of stuff? For attention.
Yeah,
and we're giving it to
absolutely.
her, and that's what we do. We
Do you-
talk about people, and then we're like, why do they do it?
Do you guys think her parents are proud?
But I would say
Maybe
that
if they're
for
getting paid.
$100, I can make you with like probably my store or something, like maybe some towel. I can
like,
I
make you
will
one.
eat bugs.
Yeah. Yeah, I could come up with Alexa could come up with a better design in her sleep.
I think
Oh
so.
yeah.
You could just use a shower curtain, like pull a Gone with the
Exactly.
Wind and use some curtains and make something much cuter.
I think that's
Oh,
what
yeah.
we'll do
Give
next
me
week on
some
the live
design.
stream.
We've talked
after,
about this on our show a million times, but like modern fashion is so boring.
Yeah,
And
it is.
like, give us something cool.
Yeah, give us something more and don't be an idiot. You know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, moving on.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Oh, this one's sad.
This one is sad.
Oh yeah. I
do
don't
you want to
like that
take?
one.
Do you want to take it away, Alexa?
Yeah, it's about 80 years old granny banned from YMCA after demanding biological male leave woman locker room where little girl were undressing.
Yeah.
So they banned, they banned her
Yeah.
when actually she was putting in light a really big issue.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, like I understand. Like, okay, cool. If this person actually is suffering from gender dysphoria and they are really transgender and they identify as a woman, then they should have a separate bathroom.
Yeah, they should.
they
And a
should
lot
not-
of places do.
Yeah, and I just don't think adults who are of another sex should be changing with little girls.
No, and the YMCA is like, it was originally, it's called the Young Men's Christian Association or something?
I don't know.
Something like that. But it's no longer, like, it's basically a family gym and pool. Mostly, there's, like, I used to go and swim there when I was a little kid. So there's tons of kids at the YMCA. Like, if you want to be an adult and have, like, your adult body and do whatever you want to do as an adult, go to another gym where there aren't kids.
Go
but
to
the
an adult
YMCA
thing, yeah.
is specifically made, like, literally it's all for families. So this 80-year, so I'll just read, like, a little excerpt from the article. It says an 80-year-old Washington State woman has been banned from using her local YMCA's public pool after she expressed discomfort with a biological male in the women's locker room as young girls were undressing. She was in the shower when she heard a male voice and peeked out to find a biological male in a women's swimsuit engaging with little girls who were undressing.
Like, why are you engaging with strangers' kids?
Yeah,
like
that's another
like
thing.
You're a stranger danger. Like, don't talk to little kids.
I wouldn't talk to a child who's undressing in a change room.
I probably wouldn't talk to a child at all in a change room.
Oh yeah, no.
Like,
yeah, that's
you know,
a great point.
You know, like, just like let's let them do their thing with their
Yeah.
parents. Hopefully, their parent, like, where are their parents? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, that's
too.
a good point.
Like, but
That's a
like,
really good point.
My concern is as well, like, it's not because you wear like a woman swimming suit that make you being allowed to go in this swimming changing room.
No.
Because we don't know who was this person, and maybe because I wasn't there, I didn't see like the scene. But maybe it just the child was just saying something and he just replied or something like that. We don't know what have been said or anything. But my point is, when you wear swimming suits of a woman, some people should like being sure that it's really a trans, or
more transparency.
We don't know. Some people are just like, I'm gonna wear a swimming suit and I can like go and boat swimming.
Yeah,
like cheat the system.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
Well, we've talked about this, all of us before, and we've talked about this on Misunderstood a lot, but like there's so many instances of biological males who claim to be women who go into these spaces and they harm women. And like that's bad enough, but harm children, like
that's a full stop.
That's a full stop. Like goodness gracious, like let's just not touch the children. Let's
exactly.
And I think, like, for me, I can't speak for you guys, but like I think it's reasonable to say if a biological male wants to wear a female swimsuit, it's like me riding a man's bike. Like, who cares? I don't care. But that doesn't, like Alexa just said, wearing a female bathing suit doesn't make you a woman. It doesn't allow you to go into the change room where, like, again, if you've ever been in a YMCA change room,
it's full of kids.
And it's also full of nudity. Like, when I was a little kid, I saw so many old ladies naked. It was
this 80-year-old.
Yeah, but it's like you all kind of stay in your lane.
Yeah.
Like you keep your eyes down. Like the old people love to walk around nude. It's distressing, but it's
I
not.
respect their freedom.
I respect their freedom too, but it's like they're women.
Yeah.
They're old. If I was a little kid and I saw a ding-a-ling in the women's bathroom,
I'd be frightened.
I would be like, I don't want to go back to the YMCA, mother.
Yeah.
Please don't make me go there. It would be very upsetting. And the fact that this, like, she wasn't naked, she was wearing a women's swimsuit, but like, how did she get in the swimsuit? Like, it's just so gross. They should have a separate bathroom for transgendered people or people who don't want to be seen naked or want a little privacy. Like, have that space for whoever.
And just leave kids alone.
Yeah, leave kids alone.
You creeps. All right.
It's super
Yeah.
good.
That's great. Should we move on?
We're slamming through these.
Yes. Also, guys, don't forget to send in your chats. We want to read them throughout the show. We'd love to have a conversation with you.
Conversation.
You know, let's send us a few bucks and we'll
ask
read
Alexa a question in French.
Ask her a question in French. She'll eat a bug live on the air if you send $50. So I'm just kidding.
We should.
Okay, $100.
Yeah, fine. $100 and Alexa
Oh my
will give you a
God!
bug.
Did you see my new bugs? They are like really huge.
Oh, I saw
Okay,
them.
she'll take one bite.
They're disgusting.
For
She showed me last week.
$100.
It was
That-
horrifying.
I think we can definitely sell Alexa.
Yes.
Oh my
so
God.
$100 Alexa eats a bug. You heard it here first, folks. All right. Speaking of bugs,
Sorry,
this is
Alexa.
an STD, not a bug, but
It's a bug of sorts.
as monkeypox strikes gay men, officials debate warnings to limit partners. So in other words, the officials are so scared of being deemed a bigot that they would rather people just go out and have orgies and get infected. So that's them really caring for people. That's so sweet.
And had this not come on the tail of 2 years of kids being
Lockdown.
locked out of playgrounds, of bulldozers putting sand on skate parks, of them putting salt on ice rinks, then it would be like, okay, whatever. They don't want to tell people what to do. I can respect that. But I can't.
Yeah.
But because it's just so ideologically inconsistent from what we've been experiencing for the past 2 years.
Especially because they just declared monkeypox an emergency in the United States. So if it's such a big deal and it's spreading so rapidly, then we should tell certain communities who are being primarily infected by this disease that they need to maybe, you know, practice safer sex or monogamy or don't go to orgies. I don't know. It's not that difficult.
Yeah.
Just for remember that during the pandemic, our premier told us how to have sex.
With masks on,
Oh,
right?
yeah. Right. So
Yeah.
we were supposed to practice safer sex then, when it wasn't an STD, versus now when we know that this basically is a sexually transmitted
They were telling
disease.
people to have sex with masks on.
Yeah.
But this is an actual STD. Like, is it an STD? I think if Nat had a monkeypox and I had one and we just rubbed skin, I think that they would transfer that way. But usually we're not rubbing like
Our
orifices.
blisters on
our
each
blisters on each other. But my thing is like, so it is primarily targeting gay men not because the virus is like, oh, I only target gay men.
No, it doesn't discriminate.
No, it's because primarily gay men are the ones having orgies, but it's like straight people have orgies too. So I feel like the way out of this, like,
Monogamy is the way out of
yeah.
this.
But I mean, like their HR nightmare. Just don't target the gay community with the message. Just be like, hey, everyone, Nat.
Exactly.
Don't have any orgies, Nat. And
Yeah,
it's
I
like,
guess so.
Then it's not a gay issue.
But I think like
Just don't have orgies for
Why
everybody.
you need, my single point is why you need to tell people if you have it, you don't have sex.
Yeah.
Like why
I know.
we reach the point to act as they are children and say, you know what? If you have like some symptoms, like please don't have sex.
it's like
and
just you
orgy.
should know better. You should just know better.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, absolutely.
Yeah. And like it's exactly the same as when if I'm sick, I'm gonna not go out and go to parties and come to work. Like that's because you
don't want to spread it.
I don't want to spread. Like if I have a cold, COVID or not, whatever, I'm like, oh, I have the sniffles. I don't want to get other people sick. Like I'm gonna work from home today. I have that option. Not everyone does.
Yeah.
But if you're someone who frequents orgies,
Yeah.
whatever your sexual orientation, you should be like, oh, I have like a blister on my thing. I'm not going to go to the orgy tonight.
Yeah, maybe skip it. And I just don't like that there's this concern for stigmatizing the gay community. I think our care should be about trying to protect these people. I don't want anyone to get monkeypox. So we need to educate people and we need to actually help them and not worry about our reputations or being called a bigot because we're like, hey guys, don't go to an orgy. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, because they think it's homophobic to say
not.
that. But we've been human phobic for 2 years. Like we literally told people to stay 6 feet apart. People walking on sidewalks would like jump out of the way, be like, oh, like where's your mask in the elevator?
People
like
still do that.
People are freaked out and they were scared of their fellow humans. But now we're like, oh no, but we can't tell people not to have gay orgies. Like, yeah, you can.
It's like,
but again, I think you just take the word gay out of it and it takes away the whole problem.
But I think though, if it is primarily infecting them, we should be trying to target them and not worry about the stigma.
Right. Yeah.
Like, I want to help people. I don't care if you're gay or straight. I don't want you to get monkeypox.
And you don't want monkeypox either, guys. It's gross. It's probably painful too.
In the same time, orgy like can have like both sex. In the
I
same
know.
time.
Yes.
So my
girls
earlier
go to
point,
orgies?
monogamy. Don't go to orgies. All right.
So judgmental.
I don't
What are you
care.
supposed to do on a Tuesday night, Nat?
I don't
you
know.
Tell
guys.
me.
Knit.
Television is
Take
terrible.
up knitting or something. We have a few chats, guys. Do we want to read some? Do you want me to? I'll take away the first one, and you guys.
I'm scared. No $100. Okay, perfect.
Okay. This is from Frasbo. Thank you for your $5. Since you can't sue the drug companies and the governments, can you sue the corrupt World Economic Forum and the corrupt WHO as they pushed the coronavirus lockdown mandates? Who can you sue if you were injured or killed by these jabs?
In the same
Fraser
time, the
McBurney.
World
Thank
Economic
you.
Forum just spread some idea. So it's not the one in charge. It's the individual who follow the idea and make them happen. So the World Economic Forum, in a certain sense, it cannot be sue or anything, because at one point it would just say, I just say that like that.
Yeah.
Plus,
yeah.
they're backed by like all of the billionaires of the world.
Yeah, and so
not all of them, but a lot of rich
but yeah,
people.
like
back
I
them.
think I know what you mean, Alexa. Like they're not imposing the laws.
No.
It would be like
they're
Doug
just
Ford.
influencing.
It would be like well, they're influencing people in
government.
cabinets,
Yeah.
in governments to impose those laws.
Yeah.
But so can we sue? Like, can I sue Doug Ford? Can I sue Theresa Lam? Or
But then how long is that going to take in our legal system? You know, like I don't know if
Tam?
there's
What's her
justice.
name?
What's Teresa Tam?
Tam?
Teresa
Lam?
Tam.
Tam, whatever. Yeah. her.
Sorry,
I
Alexa.
would just made a amalgam, like amalgamy, whatever. So you know the kind of serial killer that influence other people to kill for them. So they are not responsible
Yeah.
of anything.
Yeah. Like, what's that
They-
guy's name?
I don't know.
You know, the okay. But the serial killer, Charles Manson, like he influenced people to go murder on his behalf. That's a good point, Alexa.
Well, that's not nice. Okay. Well, let's move on to another chat before we get
Yes,
kicked off of
we're
YouTube.
gonna get sued.
So, do you want to read this one, or
Sure.
this is
Do you want to pull her up for us? Next chat.
Here we go.
Okay, here we go. Trini Canadian, $1. Thank you very much. Found this breaking news on The Guardian that China just launched missiles over Taiwan Island. Oh, damn. Why are more countries more emboldened now since Trump is out of office? That's a good question. It's pretty scary what's going on in China, and I'm not like super privy to it all, but I know that recently an American aircraft carrier went into the water between China and Taiwan or something like that. Again, please look it up yourself. But things are heating up. It's not great. It's really not great. It's pretty scary. And I think it has something to do with, like Trini Canadian just mentioned, politicians like Vladimir Putin are more emboldened since Trump is out of office.
They can stomp on Joe Biden.
Yeah, because he's asleep.
Incoherent.
He's literally sleeping in his bed right now, drooling, and that's a fact.
Which is sad.
It is sad. I feel bad for him.
Yeah, America needs a strong leader because America is like a pinnacle of hope and freedom and, you know.
We need like Top Gun for real.
We need Top Gun, and we will call Tom Cruise after this.
Tom Cruise can fly a plane. Please help us, Tom Cruise.
All right, we have another chat here.
Free Canadian.
Ladies, why do you not create a merch for Andrew Says? He is being left out. You're hurting his feelings.
So we design our own merch and we put it up, and Nat does all the back end. Like she comes up with the names, I design it, and then she puts it on the website. So like Andrew can do that for himself.
Yeah, just call our store guy, Andrew.
Yeah.
I don't think that Andrew would be able to do like a really nice merch.
He could ask us nicely. We could help him.
Yeah, if you need creative advice, we are here for you.
Yeah, we'll
Andrew.
help. We like Andrew.
And be sure to follow Andrew on Twitter and Instagram for more hot takes,
he's
y'all.
a funny guy.
Andrew
But
Says.
yeah, we do all of that work ourselves. So if he wants to do it, he's going to do it himself.
Just stop being lazy, Andrew. But thank you for your donation.
Yes, thank you.
Andrew loves to see me eating bugs.
Yeah,
he does. He might send $100 in himself.
Yes, Andrew, send in $100 and
Andrew.
Alexa will eat bugs. We have another chat here. This is from Noble Canadian for $5. Thank you. What got each of you ladies involved in journalism, and what was your first assignment for Rebel?
Wow.
Oh.
Okay, Alexa, you go first.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No pressure.
No pressure. Entertain us.
So I came from Africa, where I got malaria. And,
Didn't we all? Sorry.
And so when I came back, it was in March 2020. So I came back. I had nothing, no apartment. I was a bit left myself behind. And I got arrested for illegal gathering at home because, as you know, Quebec was a police state during the pandemic. And so afterwards, I contacted Rebel, and I really wanted to feel not alone in all this. And Rebel helped me out, and I met Mocha, and Mocha wanted me in the team. So here I am.
And here you are,
And
an
we're
all-star
so glad. And now you're a star.
who's been shot.
Who was shot? Not okay. When we say that, it sounds like she was shot by a gun. She was shot by a pepper spray cannon. But ouch.
Yeah.
We all saw. I
Yeah.
saw it live. I was washing dishes when I saw that, and I was like, "Oh my god!" Like I was so freaked out. And then I
Not
messaged
ideal.
you, and I was like, "Can you not work anymore?" And then you were just working, and you were back
Yeah.
to work.
She's a beast.
Yeah. Now
But
you
what
go
about
now.
you, girl?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't really get hired at Rebel as a journalist, and I only kind of do it sometimes, and then we do our show. I got hired. Well, I kind of got in touch with Rebel because I had a podcast before Rebel News that I will not mention the name of, and that's kind of what got me into it. And then we met through Rebel, and then that's when we pitched our show because we did a live stream in January on January 6th, 2022, and it made a lot of people mad because we're apparently Valley girls.
Yeah, they're
so-
like, "Oh, it's not the Kardashian hour," and
Yeah.
we're like, "But it should be."
and it should be. So we made a show about it, and that's where Misunderstood came to be. And then we do a lot of journalism together.
Yeah, we
actually,
do.
too.
We like to go out together because it's fun.
Yeah, it's nice because
Yeah.
if we get shot, we'll be together.
Yeah, and I can put something on the wound.
Yeah, and I can cry.
Yeah.
It's good.
And I also wasn't hired as a journalist. I was hired as a video editor and a graphics person. But it was during the pandemic when there were so many Fight the Fines cases. And Ezra sent out a general message to everyone here. He's like, "We need people to go out and interview people."
Yeah.
And I was like, me. And so I did that.
She's a go-getter.
I was well, I just I love the spotlight.
Yeah.
No, but I met some amazing people through the Fight the Fines. My first case story was a 16-year-old girl's birthday party. The neighbors called the
yeah.
cops on her, and she and her mom got a
It was
bunch
a
of
rager.
tickets. There was like 6 people there. They
Oh
were
my
all
gosh.
family, and it was super sad.
It's horrifying.
Yeah. So and then Nat, then Misunderstood thing, and now we're here.
And now we're here.
And we have the pink show, as my dad calls it.
Yes. Yeah. The big show. Anyway, great question. Thank you
you
all
for
for
the
your
question,
donations.
yeah.
Please continue to send in your chats. We love reading them. It's so fun to engage with you guys live on the air.
And again, if you send $100,
if you send $100. Should we play a store ad? I see we have one in the queue
oh yeah,
here.
let's do it.
Let's do it.
Okay, we're gonna say goodbye to YouTube because we're gonna talk a little bit about the COVID stuff.
Yeah, and
Now the fun part.
Yeah, the fun part.
So click the link in the description if you are watching on YouTube. You shouldn't be, by the way, because we need you to convert to Rumble. We're pro Rumble here at Rebel News.
And of course, you can also do Odyssey,
Getter.
Getter.
Yeah. So click the link in the description and move on over, folks, and send in your chats. Let's play an ad for the store.
Hey folks, check out the newest arrival to the Rebel News store. Yes, F is for Fidel and F is for father. I mean, could it be?